out tonight? Can't you come out tonight? Buffalo gals, can't you come out tonight?
Welcome to Record-ology.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology. I hope you're having an awesome day, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I just hope it's been a blessed, wonderful day. Now, I want to talk to you guys about something that I think is really, really cool. And we've mentioned these guys before. I think we reviewed one or two of their records. They are Vinyl Post, and this isn't a promoted video or anything. I just thought it's cool, and I wanted to show it to you. The idea is they sell records that are Postcard Records, and I know that there's a long history of Postcard Records. This is literally the same technology as that serial record we looked at recently, where it's like a very thin embossed, I wouldn't even call it a pressed or definitely not a cut groove, but an embossed groove in a thin plastic layer that is adhered to a piece of cardstock. And in this case, they're postcards with artwork and playable records and a message from the artist, which is cool. The bad thing is they don't sound good. They don't sound good at all. So I spoke with the owner of Vinyl Post, and he has since modified the process where you now get the postcard itself. Here's a postcard, the message from the artist, but you'll notice there's no actual song on there. On the front, there would have normally been a record adhered to it like there is here. You can see. But in order to try and get the sound quality up, so now what they do, and I think this is a smart idea, is they just issue essentially a flexi disc in addition. So the groove depth on these is significantly better, and I'm going to demonstrate it here for you in a minute. And I think it's cool. Stuff that's different than your average run-of-the-mill black vinyl record, to me, is exciting. So I think that it's a worthy thing to have something like this. I think it's really, really cool. And this is, assumedly pressed and stamped thicker than they can with the thin laminate. Weird, that just fell right on the spindle. Than they can put on here. I mean, this by itself is nearly as thick as this with the laminate. So you can see on the back side there, these indents it kind of shows you how hard they've pressed it on the back. If I turn it at a certain angle, you can see the back side of those grooves. And here's another one. I think this is the same one. Okay, so there's the artist and lyrics, and it's just kind of a personalized thing. Kind of like we took a look a few weeks ago at, where are those? I wish I could have that to show you. I always think of this stuff mid-show and then don't have it. But I forget what they're called, but there were these records that were quarantine records, essentially. They were cut by artists on demand, and you would buy this one-of-a-kind record that was lathe cut. And it was really and they'd have a message from the artist at the beginning, and it was really cool for artists, especially up-and-coming artists, to connect with their fans. And I think this is a cool way, too. I mean, this is so much more personal, especially with, like, the message. Oops. Gosh, I am really being hard on this thing. That poor that poor cartridge. Luckily, it's cheap. Looks like it's written in Sharpie. I'm sure it's just printed. But anyway, I thought we'd give a little sample to the sound quality before and after the modification. This is going to sound really rough. I'm just warning you. I've heard this before. In fact, you'll notice that nice, it's rejecting it. You'll notice the grooves are easily to spot there in that circle. These are good for about 3 plays, and then it's toast. And this one's been played at least that many times. Is that going to reject, or am I going to be able to do this? This might be a little trickier than I thought. Maybe I should have picked a different turntable. Maybe we'll switch over to a different one here in a minute. I'm going to try one more time here. Come on. Let's just play the beginning, shall we? No, it's not going to work. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to the LP7 now, and we'll try it over there. I got to thinking that dragging an elliptical stylus, especially my best one, through this record is probably not the best idea, because these grooves are so thin, so shallow and worn out. This is suited for a nice rough and tumble ceramic cartridge. So here we go. You can't even discern what it is at this point. It's totally toast. So I don't think you have to worry about any copyright issues. That's rough. Barely even can tell that it's not just pure white noise. So This one is toast, and in fact, they only last 1 or 2 plays. I mean, that was the thing. So let us then play the new and improved version and see if we can get better performance on this. Much better. Still lo-fi, but that's cool. And we're getting to the reject on this record player. But you get the idea. You get the idea. A lo-fi, fun way to, connect with your favorite artist and enjoy, the tactile interaction of physical media. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit us up in our merchandise shelf, all that good stuff if you haven't done so already. But mostly just hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. Join us for all of our cool stuff, especially our lives and things. If you haven't been here for one of those, really would love to have you on our lives. So we did one a few days ago, actually. So you're not going to want to miss those. Sometimes we do giveaways. We give away record players, records, you name it. So anyway, that's going to do it for now, guys. Happy record hunting. We will see you tomorrow.